With a peak power of 3200 watt propelled by two powerful motors running speeds of up to 40 miles per hour and buttery smooth rides thanks to its dual shock absorption, you can hop all the curves, go off-roading, and you won't feel any bumps. Is the Varla Eagle One electric scooter as good as advertised? Let's find out. What's going on, everyone? My name is Shiva Sapkota, and in this channel what we do is explore cool technologies like this. We cover all kinds of electric vehicles such as Tesla, electric bike, and electric scooter. And today's ride is super exciting. I am really excited to talk about this electric scooter. This is the Varla Eagle One. Super fast, super powerful, and this scooter just goes anywhere you can imagine. Full disclosure, Varla did send us this scooter to review here in our channel today, but they didn't give us any parameter or anything. So our review here is going to be 100% honest, and we're going to put this scooter through some extreme testing to ensure that what Varla is claiming is actually true. I'm going to share my initial impressions about this scooter in this video, and towards the end of the video, I'll show you unboxing and setup. I'll put this scooter through more testing, and we'll be back with another detailed, thorough review video in the near future with true results. Right off the box, I can tell Varla focused and put their money into performance and build quality rather than adding a bunch of flashy convenience features. This scooter is built like a motorcycle. Super heavy, strong metals, non-destructive parts, fully hydraulic brakes, and so much power. They don't have fancy front screen, comes with a simple ignition key, doesn't have app support or underdeck lighting. This scooter is designed for heavy adults like myself running under rough and crazy terrains. I'm not concerned at all about this scooter breaking down or not performing on the level I expect. I'm not a daredevil. I'm an engineer and I like controlled normal machines. However, something about the comfort and confidence on the build quality of this scooter allows me to have a lot of fun and push my riding experience to the next level. This scooter has honestly changed my perception about electric scooters and the power they provide. The Varla Eagle One weighs about 77 pounds, so I'm not going to carry this scooter around. However, this scooter does fold down to fit in smaller areas. So you can fit this scooter in your trunk or even the back seat of a smaller sedan like my Tesla Model 3. The higher weight of this scooter makes it a perfect rugged scooter that is amazingly stable for getting you to places. This feels more like my Tesla, when I barely press on my accelerator and I'm already in high speeds without realizing it because it is so smooth and is so stable. Power on this electric scooter is insane. The dual 1000 watt motor mean 2 kilowatt of instant nominal power available to you at all times. Those motors peak at 3.2 kilowatt total, which is a lot of power, but you truly have to ride this scooter to realize how much power we're talking about here. If you are not careful, it can easily yank your arm. It can go pretty much anywhere you can imagine without much thought. Seriously, whether it's a dirt road or a paved road, it just goes. Insane power on this scooter allows you to go up to 40 miles per hour. That is really fast for a scooter. Powering those hungry motor is a large 52 volt 18.2 amp hour lithium ion battery, which you can charge using two different chargers at once to speed up the charging process. This is another thing that is really different with Varla Eagle One. You can get 40 plus miles of range using a single charge, and this range of course differs on many different factors, and we'll do detailed testing of the range in the near future. It features 10-inch pneumatic street tires, which mean you could get flat but have a more comfortable riding experience. I recently tested an electric scooter with solid non-pneumatic tires, and that wasn't a very pleasant riding experience, especially on dirt roads. Pneumatic tires also allow you to adjust the tire pressures for your riding comfort. These street tires do well on minor off-roading such as gravel or dirt roads. However, Varla does sell off-road tires which would perform even better on those terrains. I think one of the biggest benefit and frankly what sets the scooter apart from its competition is the suspension. Forget about large cracks on the road. This scooter allows you to hop big curves, jump anywhere, and go through difficult terrain without feeling any bumps. The suspension on this scooter is honestly better than the advertised. I have seen countless reviews of this scooter and the praises it gets for the suspension, but I just had to ride it myself to believe it. You won't be afraid to jump through curves and you won't suffer from shocks going through potholes in your street. I cannot believe how much damping this scooter provides going through the cracks on the road. I can easily tell you that this is the best suspension system I have experienced compared to all the other e-bikes and e-scooters I have reviewed so far. Varla has upgraded the brakes from mechanical disc brakes to fully hydraulic brakes on these newer models. The fully hydraulic brakes use hydraulic lines to control activation of the brake calipers as opposed to cable-activated mechanical disc brakes, thus giving you the best control over your braking. It feels very strong and consistent. I can come to a complete stop very quickly even on high speeds. A big difference with the Varla Eagle One from other electric scooters and e-bikes I have tested is its ability to automatically provide power on an as-needed basis without needing to change the power settings. It maintains the same speed while climbing hills as it does on a regular terrain. The scooter automatically alters the power delivery to push you through the hills without slowing you down. I don't have to switch between Eco Turbo or single dual mode to get more power to conquer a hill. The scooter does that for me while still maintaining my set speed controlled by my throttle position. The full power is always available to the motor to keep you at the set speed no matter how difficult the terrain is. Other scooters and e-bikes I have tested will slow down going through the hills unless I manually change the power setting if available. Another big difference that sets the Varla Eagle One apart from other electric scooters and e-bikes I have personally tested is its regenerative braking. Yes, just like my Tesla, this scooter also has regenerative braking capability, where as soon as you apply the brakes, the motor slows you down, and while doing that, convert the kinetic energy produced by braking into electrical energy to charge the battery. So every time you are braking, you are also putting a little bit of charge to your battery. This scooter has a front display which allows you to make adjustments such as speed limit, power, and more. The manual has all the settings and what they mean. We will probably cover those settings in this channel in the near future. This is a great safety feature, especially in terms of adjustable speed limit, so you can first get used to the power of the scooter at safe speeds even you pull the throttle at a full speed. I really like the long handlebars on the Varla Eagle One. Even though they don't fold down, the handlebars are so wide, they are very optimal for control, especially on high speeds. I can keep the steering column very stable. The handlebars also has bike style assembly, allowing me to easily swap it out or an upgrade in the future. The handlebar grips are very comfortable and have locking mechanism. The keyed ignition system adds an extra layer of security. However, this does require the key to stay in the scooter during the ride. That means I would have to carry the keys all the time with me in my keychain and leave it hanging during the ride, which is a little inconvenient. I really like the folding clamp on this scooter. It is much easier compared to the common scooter clamps that require twisting and adjusting. Once secure, the stem is pretty sturdy and I haven't had any issues so far. The box is heavier than it looks, so I would highly recommend having someone help you carry the box. The scooter is very securely packaged, and they put several straps to further protect the shipment. As you can see, they use a lot of padding and cushioning to ensure the scooter is not damaged during shipment. After we remove all the packaging material, I find it easy to make the scooter upright and finish the handlebar assembly prior to fully taking the scooter out of the box. This is everything that was included in my box. First of all, we have 3 extra anti-slip grip pads aside from the one that is already installed in the scooter. This is awesome because I can always change how my scooter looks by swapping out those grip pads. They also send 4 hub end caps for each side. It is very kind of them to include a spare inner tube in case yours get flat. Very detailed instruction manual, battery charger, and a cool multifunction tool. Now we'll install the handlebars. First, remove all the foam material from the handlebar assembly. Next, using the toolkit that came with the scooter, we're going to remove these 4 screws from the top front plate. Take your time with the screws to not strip them. When removing the very last screw, make sure to hold the plate so it doesn't drop. Next, place the handlebar with the groove area in the very middle from where we removed the top plate. You don't have to fix the handlebar location yet, as we'll have an opportunity to adjust before tightening the top plate. Now place the top plate we removed earlier on the top of the handlebar and start hand threading those 4 screws. You can use the Allen key that came with the packaging to further secure those bolts, but not all the way through because we'll still need to adjust the handlebar position. Adjust the handlebar position based on the side grips and overall comfort. Finally, secure those screws in place. Tighten them as much as possible to secure the handlebar so it doesn't slide. Now time to adjust the rest of the cockpit assembly. I'm starting with the brake pads. Adjust the brake levers to your comfort and tighten the 2 Allen screws. Do this on both right and left side. Next, adjust the front display and secure it using the 2 Allen screws. Make sure you can reach the throttle comfortably while riding and be able to see the speed and other information. Now go ahead and secure the buttons that has motor selection as well as echo and turbo selection. That screw is located in the front of the scooter. Use a Phillips head screwdriver, which is also the part of the toolkit that came with the box, to secure the bell. Finally, put all 4 end caps and the installation is complete. Stay tuned for a detailed review video and a specification walkthrough of the Varla Eagle One. I'm going to tell you how this scooter performed on real-world testing, hill climbing, speed, regular commute, the suspension system. I'm going to talk about all of that in my detailed review video coming up here in a couple of weeks. Stay safe out there, and I highly recommend wearing safety gears, especially riding powerful electric scooters or electric motors like this one. And have some fun. I'll see you soon on my next video.